This is a small effort on our part to document the history of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall since its inception. We bring to you glimpses of daily activities of the students here so that you can have an understanding of how the residential students live here at Aligarh Muslim University. We also want to showcase how we all work here tirelessly to provide the residents with a healthy and a happy stay. We also want to tell you that it's a small effort on our part to preserve the memory of the initial days of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall for our future generations. Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall of Aligarh Muslim University is the recentmost hall of residence constructed to house approximately 1,500 female students enrolled in a wide range of courses at the university. While the construction of the hall was still underway, Professor Subuhi Khan from the Department of Mathematics was appointed as the first provost on 25th of August 2018. The first official meeting geared towards making the hall functional was held on the 27th of August 2018 under the chairmanship of the then Vice Chancellor, Professor Tariq Mansoor. What followed were a series of regular deliberations, meetings, consultations with the then Registrar, Mr. Abdul Hamid, IPS, and higher functionaries of the university to ensure that the hall becomes operational and available for accommodation in the shortest possible time. It was the Block 2 of the hall that first became functional with dining and other facilities on the 10th of January 2019. Starting only with 2 resident wardens and 10 resident students, the hall gradually enrolled 700 graduate and postgraduate students shifted from Indira Gandhi Hall in its 3 hostels. It was finally in February 2020 that the hall became fully functional when the medical students and research scholars from Sarojini Naidu Hall were shifted to Block 1 of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall. On the 1st of April 2019, the hall officially got its name Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall after the name of the beloved mother of the founder of the university, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. The names of the 6 hostels of the hall were also approved on the very same date. The 3 hostels of Block 1 were named Sikandar Jahan Begum Hostel, Hamida Habibullah Hostel, and Kadambini Ganguly Hostel. The 3 hostels of Block 2 were named Begum Hazrat Mahal Hostel, Annie Besant Hostel, and Madam Kama Hostel after famous women revolutionaries and social reformers. The hall was finally inaugurated on the 19th of September 2019. The inauguration of the 6 hostels took place in the presence of the Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and other senior dignitaries of the university on the 15th of August 2021. No stone was left unturned to provide the best possible facilities for the overall development of the resident students. Several steps were taken by the Provost and her able team of wardens and office staff to ensure that the students have the best possible infrastructure that can make their stay comfortable, healthy, safe, and secure. In no time, the hall was able to open all its facilities for its residents. A fully furnished dining hall, air-conditioned reading rooms, common room, computer room, prayer rooms, canteen, and a well-equipped gymnasium were all made available for the hall residents. Something that's worth mentioning here is the fact that special care was taken to ensure that the hall infrastructure is inclusive and disabled friendly. Ramps have been constructed to help students with wheelchairs have easy access to the common places in the hall, and recording rooms especially constructed to aid visually challenged students in their academic pursuits. The Provost of the hall took great care to ensure that the residents have a clean and a green environment to live and thrive in. The Provost, with her team of wardens, launched a massive plantation drive in August of 2020 with an aim of planting 1,000 trees. The number of plants on the campus grew steadily. Starting from what was a concrete jungle, the hall today boasts of more than 2,000 trees, herbs, shrubs and ornamental plants in its premises. A kitchen garden, a fruit garden and an open-air reading corner were also developed geared towards the same goals. The herbal garden, replete with a number of rare medicinal herbs and shrubs, is perhaps one of the most remarkable achievements of the hall. Inaugurated by Dr. Hamida Tariq on 28th of November 2020, the herbal garden is a result of consistent efforts of the administrative team, workers and residents of the hall towards enriching the flora and fauna of the university campus. As a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the hall also organized a plant adoption program where every student adopted a tree or a plant to take care of during their stay in the hall. This initiative was taken to inculcate love and affection for nature in the young students of the hall. Project Lemon, 100 Trees for 100 Years, was another such initiative in which the residents planted more than 100 lemon saplings in the hall. It is true that today our hall stands tall as a model for the other hostels and university campuses to follow.
Assalamu alaikum. This hall holds a special place in my heart. As the very first provost of the hall, I have seen it grow from a building made of bricks and mortar into a loving home to more than 1,500 students. Since I have joined my duties on the 25th of August 2018, even before the construction of the hall was complete, I have been closely associated with every little work of the hall. I have always tried to provide the best possible environment for the resident students to live and thrive in. I have always wanted to make this place feel like a home away from home. I understand how a sense of belonging can help the students be more motivated in their classrooms, and it can also increase their educational and professional success. I feel extremely proud to say that this hall houses students from diverse cultural, social and religious backgrounds, and we come together to celebrate this diversity through a wide range of festivals throughout the year. Not only at Aligarh Muslim University, we can see in mini India here in Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall too. For that, I also have to thank my beloved resident students. They are the ones who make it a home by nurturing it with their laughter and joy. These creative and enthusiastic residents are an asset to this hall. They are the future of the nation, and I'm sure together we'll make a strong one. From the very beginning of my journey in this hall, I have also paid special attention to make sure that the students breathe and live in a clean and green space and are surrounded by lots of beautiful trees and greenery. It is indeed remarkable how we have been able to plant more than 1,000 trees since the opening of the hall about 3 years ago. Of course, this is a new hall and there are indeed some projects that are yet to be completed. For example, indoor and outdoor sports complexes, open air stage and an auditorium with a sitting capacity of 2,500 persons. I must mention that we have an extremely capable team of wardens and staff who are working day and night to make sure that the students get the best possible facilities during their stay here. We have separate teams that look into accommodation, food and dining, the everyday residential work, and of course extracurricular, literary, cultural and sports activities related to the students as well as to the employees of the hall. We aim to be a center of excellence in provision of hostel facilities and ensuring enhancement of students' capabilities and aspirations for their intellectual and social growth. Here at Begum Azeezun Hall, we all work together to create a safe and holistic living experience through leadership development, personal empowerment and cultural diversity.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Rabab Khan, Accommodation Warden. In Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall, accommodation work is very crucial and sensitive. We work with a vision to provide comfortable stay to the residents. Our hall has 2 blocks and 6 hostels, and the hostels are floor wise. In block 1, we accommodate the students of MBBS, BDS courses and research scholars from different faculties like arts, science, social science, engineering and technology, medicine and theology, so on. In block 2nd, we have undergraduate and graduate students. Now, in order to have fair allotment, we strictly follow SOP. Under this, first of all, the first thing which we have to see is that the student does not have a residence within 25 kilometers of the AMU campus. After having ensured this, we ask the students to complete his personal file and other related formalities, and then after due verification, we allot rooms to them. As far as allotment criteria is concerned, it is done in a very systematic manner. First year students of all courses are allotted the rooms which are situated in 2nd floor, both in 1st block and 2nd block, and then they are shifted to other hostels on the basis of the seniority and availability of the rooms. The most important feature of our hall is that we pay special attention to the needs of differently abled students, and therefore we have allocated certain specific rooms on the ground floor, both in block 1 and block 2. At last, I would like to mention that it is because of the combined efforts of everyone in the hall administration that we have no waiting list in the hall.
My name is Dr. Mohammad Nazim, in charge dining hall, Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall. As the warden in charge of the dining hall, I must say that we are deeply committed to providing hygienic and nutritious meals to all our students. The dining facility of our hall is available at the cost of rupees 1400 per month, and we try our very best to ensure that no extra deficit amount is charged from the residents even during the holy month of Ramzan or other occasions and festivals. We follow standard operating procedures for all mess related activities to ensure a smooth and organized functioning of the dining hall. What makes our menu special is how rich and diversified it is. We have special dishes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday in both the vegetarian and non-vegetarian categories. We also serve special meals on different national, religious and cultural festivals including Eid, Holi, Janmashtami, Christmas, Independence Day and Republic Day, keeping in mind the needs of our students who come from diverse socio-cultural and religious backgrounds. We have the provision to serve special food to students who are fasting during Navratri and Ramzan. The dining hall also has a quality control committee which consists of students, representatives, cooks, munshis and storekeepers. It is this committee that ensures and certifies the quality of the raw material and also cooked food before it is served to the residents.
I, Rafida Siddiqui, the resident warden of Begum Hazrat Mahal Hostel of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall. Resident warden work as community builders, supervises the hostels, take care of the general welfare of the resident students and helps the student to establish a close and the harmonious relationship with each other during their stay in the hall. They also ensures the smooth functioning of the available facilities and their timely maintenance with the support of our Provost. In the evening, we are generally having warden-resident interaction where the resident students can take permission for the outstation leave, special outings. They can also discuss their problems with us. We note down their problems and we try to solve those problems as soon as possible. To ensure the safety of the students, we take and check the attendance of the individual hostels regularly. We are also having well-maintained entry registers at the entrance of the hall gate to ensure that only the resident of the hall can have access to the hostel and all the common places of the hall.
I, Dr. Zareen Imran, resident warden of Annie Besant Hostel of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall. About the hall, I would like to mention one noteworthy practice that at the end of each academic session, when the resident students are leaving for their respective homes, all of their leftover items like bed sheets, mattresses, pillow, cushions and other utilities are pooled together, sorted, mended and packaged to be distributed among the less privileged of the society through charity. With the collaborative efforts of the Provost, wardens and residents, the hall organizes these donation drives to support the economically weaker section of the community. But the aim of these drives is not only to help less privileged in the community, it also provides an opportunity for residents of the hall to work together and make a positive impact on the world around them.
I am Nazia Begum, resident warden of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall. I am currently responsible for maintaining health and hygiene in the hall premises. We here at Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall take cleanliness very seriously and take a lot of steps to ensure cleaning and regular maintenance of various places of the hall, like common room, reading room, gymnasium, washrooms, corridors, roads, ramps and dining hall and kitchen areas. As the health and hygiene warden of the hall, I operate through strict SOPs that allocate duty charts of the cleaning staff and ensure that cleaning takes place every day on time. I ensure and monitor regular fumigation and sanitization of different areas of the hall. As the warden, I hold regular meetings with the cleaning staff and also students to make sure that the employees are aware of the health and hygiene related issues faced by the students. During COVID-19, it was my job to make sure that all the safety protocols and guidelines are followed for the safeguard of students, employees and other stakeholders of the hall. I work with the larger vision that only a safe and clean environment can keep our students fit and healthy, and only then they can perform well in their classrooms and beyond.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Ghazala Yasmin. I have joined Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall as General Warden in August 2018 and worked till February 2023 as I got an opportunity to join Bibi Fatima Hall as Provost. I have been a part of the complete establishment of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall and have a nice experience to work with this team. At the time we have took charge of this hall, the finishing work was going on. The complete transformation from the beginning to this beautiful form, which is considered to be the best hall of residence of AMU, was experienced by me. Initially, my responsibility was to assist the Provost Professor Subuhi Khan on each and every front regarding the establishment of the hall. Our focus was to start the hall and to provide all the necessary facilities for the girl student. Also to make this hall a comfortable place for the girls. It was a nice experience and feel proud to be a part of this hall. I cherished the memories of the hall and time spent with Provost, warden colleagues, staff members and students.
Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall, just like the other halls of residence of Aligarh Muslim University, is not merely a residential complex. It's a platform for professional and personal growth of our residential students. We here at Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall organize a diverse range of cultural, literary, and sports events throughout the year so that our students have the opportunity to work on their creativity, artistic endeavors, individuality beyond what is practiced in their curriculum. Every year, we observe all the days of national importance with our students. Days like the Constitution Day, Independence Day, Republic Day, National Voters Day, National Education Day, etc., with a wide range of competitions like poetry recitation, elocution, debate competition, essay writing, to make sure that our students remain well aware of the relevance of these days to their community and the world at large. In the past, our hall has collaborated with not only renowned organizations that are working at the district, state, and national level, but has also collaborated with distinguished organizations that are operating at an international level. Recently, we have collaborated with the renowned organization 100,000 Poets for Change, run by Michael Rottenberg and Terry Rottenberg, that operates out of the USA. Our hall, in their collaboration, organized a poetry recitation session on the issue of mental health awareness. The event was followed by a number of important discussions and lectures by resource persons from the Department of Psychology here at Aligarh Muslim University. We also take the importance of political and social awareness very seriously here at Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall. In our hall, we have a team of theatre practitioners who perform Nukkar Natak on a regular basis on important and relevant socio-political issues. We have a team of our hostel that not only performs at the university level, but they are often invited at the district level and national levels to showcase their talents. We must mention that here at Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall, we work in collaboration with the residents who give life and vibrancy to the campus. Our hall every year, in collaboration with our students, organizes the annual Hall Week. The annual Hall Week sees a diverse range of competitions, literary, cultural, and sports. For example, poetry recitation competition, debate competition, badbazi, mushaira, best out of waste competition, food making competition, mehndi design competitions, to make sure that we give opportunities to all our residents to showcase their individual talents. We also celebrate a sports week as a part of our annual Hall Week celebrations. We organize a number of indoor and outdoor sports activities for our students. We also have a number of field and track competitions for them to participate in. We organize events like table tennis competition, chess competition, badminton, etc., to make sure that we are also paying attention to the physical health and well-being of our residential students. As the literary and cultural warden of Begum Azeezun Nisa Hall, I must say that we work day and night to make sure that our students get all kinds of opportunities for their overall personal and professional growth during their stay here at our hall.